We were being briefed by the colonel for another mission. It would be our 7th since arriving in the Pacific Theater 6 months ago. Intelligence described it as extremely risky, involving invasion of mainland Japan, and reports suggested that the Japanese had advanced knowledge of our plans and were preparing a massive resistance. Stunning as this information was, we took in the details as thought it were a routine briefing. "This is a volunteer mission," barked the colonel. "Any man who doesn't want to undertake this mission just needs to report to my quarters, stand at attention, look me in the eye and say, 'Colonel, I'm Yeller, sir.' And you'll be shipped out, back to base at Oahu on the next ship. Is that clear?" Dismissed. After dozens of missions, we were exhausted. Although none of us said it out loud, each knew what the other was thinking. It was what I was thinking too. I wished I had the guts to go in there and tell the colonel I was yellow. We were too tired to admit fear, too proud. We were seasoned soldiers, veterans of the many battles that would eventually end up as battle stars on our uniforms and hang in our closets until the moths ate the old no lapels or until some kid took the jacket off the hanger for Halloween.
And we knew enough battle to have real fear. But I feared something more than looking into the colonel's eyes and telling him I was afraid. I feared looking into my own eyes, even though in the middle of the Pacific we didn't have mirrors, and I knew that, battle fatigued and frightened as I was, I could never bring myself to walk into the colonel's tent. But one man, Symes, did go into the colonel. The colonel was true to his words and transferred Symes out of the units. His orders were to board the Jasper, a supply ship returning to Oahu to restock. I resented Symes. I hated him. We all did. We knew that Symes has fought next to us throughout our tower, facing fire as well as any of us had. No better, no worse. But he was the only one who had the guts to say that he was a coward, and now he was going to get out of this hellhole. He was going to be shipped out to eat at a table, to sleep in a bed with sheets, to smell the fresh sea air instead of the constant stink of the gunpowder and dead bodies, to hear the soothing rhythm of the ocean instead of the whistle of the bullets and the gun's thumping blow of heavy artillery. And maybe he'd spend the rest of the war behind a desk or on the receiving end of a radio on a base. And he'd still have the battle stars. Who would know that he said to the colonel but us? And in a week we might be all dead anyway.
We all made sure we had other things to do while Symes packed his duffel and marched down to board the Jasper. Then we began to pack up for the next battle. We all wrote letters to our families, to our wives, to our girls, trying to tell them goodbye without letting them know where we were going and what we were thinking. Then on the morning we were preparing to board the transports, one of the Filipino truck drivers came running towards us, gesturing excitedly. "Never mind, no bother, bing bong dropped, war over." We turned on the radio and listened to the news of the bomb that has been dropped on Hiroshima. As we stood around soaking up the meaning of this news, we received a second message. The Jasper had been torpedoed at sea, all aboard lost.